Well, honestly, it's an out-of-body experience right now. I'm the new guy with this crew, with this group, and to be a part of the Marvel family is kind of mind-blowing. No lie. Marvel had a number of ideas as I came in. They knew, for instance, that they wanted to bring Wilson Fisk back. And Jeff Loeb and I put our heads together in the beginning of before season 3 really existed, and he had a bunch of pitches that he wanted me to consider. And we partnered up, and I came up with an original story that takes pieces of my favorite comic runs. The goal was to come up with a story that would give comic fans what they want, but not in the way that they expect it. Yeah. So it's not a direct translation of any of the comic runs.
Yeah, that's always the challenging part, right? Is everyone sees one thing. Like we got to the end of Defenders, and we heard somebody grab Maggie, and everybody's like, "Born Again, they're doing Born Again, got it, that's what it is." Yeah. I know that, and it's like, okay, hang on a second. Like, surely there'll be bits of that, but you've got to find that balance. You've got to give everybody something new, otherwise... what are we watching?
Right. I mean, the television show is its own art form, and the comics are separate and yet very related. So I hope we've hit the sweet spot.
Yeah. And was your vision always to make it as dark as you possibly could? Like you... Man, we talk about back to basics. This thing's dark and gritty. It's so good. And I want to talk to you. I want to talk to everybody about that. But real quick, your take there.
Well, the goal was to be emotionally honest. Yeah. And as I came on the show, a building had just dropped on Matt's head. Right. Elektra did not walk out of that building. There were certain things that we wanted to do to really keep it grounded and real, where there were lightning bolt moments of Marvel, but we were telling a story that was very much from the character's point of view, as if it were happening to them in real life. And that was one of the guiding principles. And also, one of the other guiding principles for the season was the idea of fear, and the notion that our fears enslave us, that every single character sitting on this stage has some sort of a fear that is driving their behavior, because that speaks to the larger world in which we live, in which people behave certain ways or vote certain ways or interact in certain ways, and that there are tyrants and narcissistic personality types that kind of can pit people against each other using fear and rise to power on the backs of that. So that became kind of the guiding principle for the season.